Hello again, and welcome to the next segment. Now, we've spent quite a bit of time talking about leadership theories, and hopefully over the last 3 days you've managed to learn a little bit about 3 different approaches to leadership theory, but also reflected on how they might apply to you in your work situation. Now, I did introduce 4 areas of leadership theory. We're going to leave contingency theories to one side, since they're perhaps beyond the scope of this programme. Just be aware that sometimes leadership is about getting the right person for the right time, the right job. The classic example there is Winston Churchill as a Prime Minister, as a leader of the country. He was a great success as a wartime leader, maybe not such a great success as a peacetime leader. So a man of his time, a right man for the right job, I think. So let's leave that approach to one side, and let's spend today talking more about practical leadership. And there's 2 areas I want to look at. The first of all, it's the level of leadership focus. As a leader, we need to think about what we do, what our team does, on 3 different levels. Now, the everyday level is the tactical level. It's the battles we fight, the fires we put out day to day. And as a manager, that is very much where you live and work all the time. It's fighting the battles of today, the tactical battle. But as a leader, you need to start to think at a higher level. And then what we might talk about at the next level up is the operational level. Now, that will vary in scope according to the size of your business. But let's just say you work in a large business. The operational level is not your team, but it may be the business unit or the division that you work in. It's how that business entity relates to the wider business than the business outside. And that's very much the operational level, seeing your part in the bigger picture. So beyond the tactical and the operational level, we then start to think about the strategic level. That's the really big picture. The picture beyond the business. And we're starting to think about what's going on in the environment outside, in the market, and we start to think about the political, the economic, the social, the technological, the environmental and the legal issues that surround the business. But all of those will affect you, what you do and what your team does. So we do need to understand them, and as a leader, you need to be thinking about those and how they apply to your business. No, they won't make a difference by and large at the tactical level, but they will start to make a change, they will start to have an impact at the operational level. And as a leader, whatever size of business, you need to be thinking about how those strategic influences start to impact on your business and how you would wish to convert those to the tactical level of what your team does on a day-by-day, minute-by-minute basis. And the task for today is to think about how much time do you spend on the tactical and how much time do you spend thinking about the bigger picture, the context within which your team sits at the operational and the strategic level. The other thing that you'll see in the text is a little bit about what leaders do. And we've just split that up into 3 clear, distinct areas. It's analysing, deciding, and delivering, or acting if you like. Clearly, a leader must spend time analysing. Yes, gut instinct is great, but there is a time for analysis, but not too much. We don't want paralysis by analysis. But it's also then about being able to make a clear, considered, definite, timely decision and then acting. So also reflect, not only are you thinking about the different levels, tactical, operational and strategic, but how are you spending your time split between analysis, decision and delivery. So 2 areas, broad areas, but just have a think about how you spend your time and where your effort is, and maybe, just maybe, you might want to change the amount of time you spend on each one of those areas. So best of luck with thinking about that one. and we'll start to pull this segment together in the next video as we pull all the leadership theory together into one practical whole.